if you are interested in joining SSX1, Masters Tier War Alliance, and I believe we're in the top 30 in AQ, please reach out to either Nims, one of the officers, or to Hopp. Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, I am pumped up. Like, I know some people are kind of getting a little tired of war, and I am excited it's getting refreshed, but I have to say, I absolutely love it, and I am having a blast, and we are kind of kicking butt. Let's go with butt. I'm combining two wars because one of them took place over a weekend, and I was particularly busy, so there's only 2 fights. But I'm showing you them because one is going to be Torch absolutely melting a Mystic, and then the other one is what I believe to be definitely my fastest kill. A solo of Weapon X ever, and honestly the fastest I could ever find in Tier 1 war against a Rank 3 Weapon X. You've got to see it. You've got to see it. All right, let's jump into this. We are going up against this Mephisto. We'll be using the pre-fight. And so I did back out to confirm that's something we always talk about with the pre-fight abilities, right? I'm going to be playing the node a little bit. This had the strike counter, so we'll see some heavies. I might have even made a mistake or two because, again, this was a weekend. I was very busy. I had no real concerns about this fight. Like, I would have to do a lot of things wrong to mess this up. As you can see, yeah, here, I've already sent him. So, yeah, there was a mistake, but he's already, like, half dead. So I wasn't really sweating this coming in. And I did play the node a little bit there, but not very well. You know, he's up to these 8 Furies. But again, I would have to make a tremendous mistake. I am not worried about it. And we're just going to get this fight over. Nothing to keep in mind. This is Human Torch versus Mephisto. Obviously, this could have gone slightly quicker. But look at this. That was about 39 seconds, 38 seconds, 39 seconds. Rank 3 Torch versus Mephisto, right? He melts Mystics, even used the pre-fight. Now watch this. Watch this. All right. Now, I know you've seen some Archangel action. I've been absolutely loving it. But heading in here against this rank 3 Wolverine Weapon X. All right. So it's going to be the strike. We are going to place the pre-fight here, which does move me back farther than I like, but there's a little bit of attack boost. And remember, there is the ability accuracy from the synergy that's coming in. So that's a really nice synergy. White Magneto, he's better than that too. If you don't believe me, check out my rank 3 video on him. Rank 3 worthy. It's in the description, or it's in the playlist. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is the strike counter Fury. So I'm going to play that a little bit, as you'll see. And then we got Brute Force and Power Focus 1, which you kind of can use to your advantage on this node, right? It's about knowing Wolverine Weapon X's mechanics, really with those rages, right? When he has 15, he throws a special, he will start, he'll trigger rage and go unblockable and like that. Anyways, so we've now got already 3 bleeds up, we've got a poison up, we've got 3 neuros up. I really think that the plus ability accuracy is helping. He dove right in again, so we got the parry, so he didn't even throw the special. And you can see I'm laying off, because if he throws the special, we could have a real problem. Look at that. It's 35. He died at about 37. 37. That is not a long fight at all. I truly think that is a record that's like, what, 23 seconds, if my math is correct? It's getting a little late at night. To kill a Tier 1 Rank 3 Weapon X, Archangel is insane. It's insane. I didn't even press in that fight because of just the way Weapon X works. A little worried about if he threw a special. Definitely want to take that hit. That could be dead, or I could die. Crazy, crazy stuff. All right, then let's move on to our next war. I believe we won that war. I don't remember. Again, it was a busy weekend, things like that. Moving into this next one, we're doing very well. We're in Masters. We've been flirting with like top 3 there. Keep getting knocked out, but we're solidly in Masters. So here we go. We're moving into this next war, and we're going up against this Havoc. I was assigned. It's Ebb and Flow Knockdown with the heavy hitter. Signed with Guardian. Yeah, you can't take this fight with Warlock. And if there's other fights that Warlock can take, but Guardian, in my opinion, is by far the best Havoc counter, right? Because he can do so much damage, and because he can parry the projectiles there. So you can get that initial parry. I guess Angela has become quite a good counter too. But Guardian's going to be able to go in. I'm going to be very comfortable throwing my SP1 here. We've knocked him down, so now he's lost the protection there. You know, I guess maybe a smarter play, thinking about how the protection would work, would have been to get a lot closer to my SP2 when I threw it. That way, maybe, if possible, could have built back up to the SP2. But I'm not really worried about it. The only thing to keep in mind in this fight is, I think the most important thing, by far the most important thing, is before you throw that SB2, pretty close to throwing that SB2, land your heavy like you do right there to get the second armor up. Because remember, your SB2 is going to use one of those armors to put on some serious damage there, as you saw there against this Havoc. And if you don't have an armor up and the timing goes really poorly, especially doing all that energy damage, you might the plasmas that are on you might get detonated, and that can be a real problem. So just make sure you throw that heavy, really anytime with Guardian. If you need that armor up, make sure you throw the heavy before you throw the SP2. Otherwise, Guardian will make that fight simple for you. And if you really want to advance your play, you can try to parry the specials of Havoc, and that'll increase your power gain. Spinnaker 3, he's starting to become a guest on my channel during the streams. He has some really great videos on that. If you have any questions about it, ask me and I will get that linked for you too. All right, so now we're going to move on to this fight against Spidergwen. I was given the option of using the white Magneto pre-fight. Went ahead and used it. I'm very comfortable with her SP1 evade, so I wasn't really worried about that. We're going to be using Archangel, so power alternator. Not that it's not something to think about at all, but again, her SP2 is significantly easier. I don't even remember if I threw a special one or anything like that. Like this fight is, this is truly going to be parry heavy. Not all of them are with Archangel, you know, like the Weapon X fight, there is some nuance there. Typically you have to do some intercepting if you don't kill them in 23 seconds. But sometimes you do also get this. You see how we got pushed back a little bit? I knew I was prepared for that to happen. The thing that did worry about me though is it pushes back so far that not all of these hits are landing, and I was probably like a hair slow, and so she did evade. So I started picking up the pace on my heavy there, just making sure it landed and then going in. I did go ahead and decide to throw the special because hey, why not? And she's going to be dead here. We're 30 seconds. And she's dead. If they can be bled, if they can be poisoned, Archangel will kill them. It's just a matter of how quickly. So then we're moving on to section 2 here. I am using the I am going to use an invulnerability, and I know what you're probably thinking is like, wow, you were really scared of Aegon. No, I wasn't really scared of Aegon. It's just, again, you've seen 2 Archangel fights. One took 23 seconds, the other took 30. It's not going to take much longer here against this Aegon, although I do think I miss a parry. I think I already did. I might miss another one. And for some reason, I just chose not to throw a special to get all those weaknesses off. And that, if there's a negative, it's this. Is Archangel's one of these champions where you start to almost get cocky, right? I just was like, well, I wonder how quickly I can get him down by leaving these weaknesses on. Like, wow, he's already at 58% health. I've got 5 weaknesses and we're 30 seconds into the fight. And that's really not a good way to have it. I've definitely had some deaths from that, just getting a little too full of myself and enjoying the dominance of a champion. But it worked out just fine, as you see. And I had the invulnerability on for this fight against Hitmonkey. Now, before this war season, I was extremely comfortable taking Hitmonkey without the white Magneto pre-fight. Like it just, I had done it in Act 7.1. I did a rank 3 Archangel video because I feel like if Archangel came out now, we would all be going insane talking about how amazing this champion is. But he's been in the game, I think it's 3 years. It's been a long time. In fact, he just had his birthday a couple of months ago. But I've started using the white Magneto pre-fight because he's been working so well with teams I've been bringing in, and then being able to use the pre-fight for fights like Moldude and things like that. And so now I'm getting to use it for Hitmonkey, and it took me a little bit to get used to it. Not only the push back, but the fact that then he's not going to be shrugging anything, but he will shrug my bleed. He doesn't shrug the stun, but he will shrug the bleed. But you're going to see what Archangel does to him. I used the invulnerability because I was a little concerned because there's no power control with Archangel. His only form of power control is that he typically ends a fight so fast that power is not able to overwhelm you, right? The defender's typically not able to get to that SP3. But I went ahead and used it. We want to solidify Masters. This is a Masters tier alliance. The players are definitely of that caliber. There's some incredible players in this alliance. So I went ahead and used the Instructable. I went cheap on this node once earlier in the season. I really paid for it. But so here we go. We're going to go in against this Hitmonkey here. who we've been destroying all season, and you're going to see how ridiculous it was to use the indestructible boost. So here we go. All right. So now watch. You're going to see this because the stun's not shrugged. Oh no, he's not shrugging any of them, because when Archangel has the 3 bleeds, he reduces the ability of further debuffs to be shrugged. So again, that's why I was so used to taking Hitmonkey without the White Magneto pre-fight. There we go, 24 seconds, and he's dead. The monkey is down, he is dead. The poor little monkey did not even stand a chance. He has not all season. And that's what these fights have come to, is like trying to break my previous record. It's a fun thing. I should talk to J-Nick about it and see if we can have a little competition going for these last few wars in there. So feels great. I went through the whole third week of the season with absolutely no deaths. Took fights that I've been told my BG had struggled with before. I think mainly because they did not have a rank 3 Archangel. Because the skill of the players is definitely there to do that and to take some tougher fights. But let's go ahead and check out the MVPs for this war. As we watch Archangel's wings fly, the majestic wings. But here's the MVPs for the war. We did end up losing it. Black's Alliance played very well. We kind of faltered there a little bit towards the end, but it is what it is. Congratulations to Black's Alliance. And then, way to go, MVPs. We're getting used to seeing these names: the Jolly, Agent Sensation, and then Oakley in my BG. I see the fights this guy takes. Amazing player. Very, very good. Agent Sensation, the Jolly, consistently seeing them up there. So these are quality players. And let's go ahead and take a look at our standings, where we are right now as we head into the 4th and final week of the season. Bam. Ranked 4. So keep in mind though that they score the Masters bracket a little oddly there. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and then we are actually 4th afterwards. So we're technically 7th. I believe we would need to win 1 more war to solidify Masters. I'd feel really good if we just won 2 of them. Then we just have Masters. It just feels good. It feels good. And this alliance, the quality of the player is definitely Masters level, and the planning that goes into it. In fact, I have been asked if you are interested in joining SSX1, Masters Tier War Alliance, and I believe we're in the top 30 in AQ, please reach out to either Nims, one of the officers, or to Rob Hopp, who is the leader of the Alliance. I will put their line IDs in the description of this video. They've asked to be reached out if you're interested in joining. I believe we may have a spot, is what I've been told. And that if you have any experience, desire to help plan war, because there is a lot of planning that goes into this, and I believe it's a shared responsibility. If you have that sort of experience and you're interested, that would be even more helpful in securing a spot in the Alliance. And like I said, I believe it's 1. I don't really know. I'm not an officer. I'm just offering to help out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are enjoying. And yeah, I'm having an absolute blast. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.